What is a blog? If we remember, we talked about blog the last time, and a blog is basically a little article anywhere between 300 and 900 words. And there are free blogs platform, and the beauty of like WordPress and Blogger is that they have links that you can add, and you can, the minute you post a blog, it will be sent to your Twitter and sent to your Facebook right away.
Really?
Yes, you can do that because you don't have to be an expert. Again, it's HTML. It just links that you, little boxes that you mark, and that it will send it directly to you on your Facebook or yes. And WordPress also will offer you short links to your blogs. So if you want to put it on Twitter and it's a big blog name, it will just have a short link. Okay, and then I love WordPress. I have a free blog. Some people pay. If you want to pay for a blog, it's wordpress.org, and if you want the free one, it's wordpress.com. If you have a free blog, it will say your business name first .wordpress.com, and as long as you have good content, people won't really care. The content have to be rich, easy, fresh, reliable, and frequent, transparent as well. You don't have to be a Shakespeare to write a blog, and we talked about that the last time. Link your blog to all your social media, and I have even an RSS feed of my blog on my website, where people can go and it's like you can add it to your website like a carousel of news that goes on your website. The beauty also of WordPress, it has a lot of widgets that you can use. So it has something for spamming. You can actually add your Twitter feed on your WordPress. So whoever looks at your blog can see whatever you're saying on your Twitter account at the same time. It has a lot of features. You know, I wish we had WordPress can be discussed in like 3 hours on its own. But it's nice to go and learn something about it every time. You have an archive for your posts. When you receive a comment on a blog, make sure that you answer. Okay, make sure to tell them something smart, not just thank you. You know, again, it's about building a relationship. People can follow you on your blogs, and WordPress, even for a free account, will give you stats, meaning it will tell you how many people visited your blog today, and which blogs were more watched than the other, where they did come from, what's their demographics, which country they came from. So it gives you all the stats that you need on a free account. You can't ask more than that. And it has like at least 100 themes, so you can choose whatever you want, or again, you can upload your own picture in there as a headline. The more you have great content that people will follow, again, the more you establish yourself as an authority figure in whatever you do. Blogs are really, really important because, and when you talk about toddler nutrition, okay, you're not going to talk about your business in your blog, but you're going to talk about what is healthy nutrition for a toddler. Why should we care about feeding the toddlers nutritional food? What is unnutritional? What happens if we mix the diets? You know what I mean? You're going to offer information around it. Like if you want to talk about the real estate, you're going to talk about what does it mean it's an old house, for example. What is a blueprint of a house? What does it mean? How can a value of a house increase or decrease? What areas are better than the other? What is appraisal? What is, you just choose subjects, and I suggest that you have like a paper or a folder, or even a Word document on your computer, that whenever you think about an idea of a blog, just go write it there and save it. Because sometimes, or even on your phone, record it, or put it as a task. There is an app on the Android and the smartphone, it's called iRecorder. It's a free app, and whenever I remember something that I don't want to forget, I just click on it and I record it so I won't forget it. Because sometimes I think about, I should write about this, and then an hour later I forget. And it's like really important because someone mentioned something to me. But just by iRecorder is a great app. I have an Android phone, so I don't know, but I'm sure it's on iPhone as well. So just write a list of titles that you would like talk about, that you think your people, remember we talked about listening to your audience, what they want to know about, and write it. Rick, you can write about back pain, about neck pain, about knee pain, about...
Oh, I write Sports Century column for 2 magazines, so I just take the column.
Exactly. Just, divide it into parts. So instead of having, for 3 weeks, you don't have to write anything new. One article, and divide it into 3 blogs. You know what I mean? And change a little bit the wording, because remember, we talked about not to put duplicate content.
I could take one article on Facebook, one article on Tweet, and one on whatever, and then just every week switch, just rotate the article, and then 3 weeks later put in another 3 articles.
You can do that.
6 weeks of...
You can do that. You can actually, your articles will be used as blogs.
Yeah.
More or less. But they are a little bit bigger blogs. So you can use it's the same idea.
Well, don't you want to use your tweet to get people to go to your blog?
Yes, you
or
do.
Facebook
Yes,
to
you
go
do.
to your...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you can either, I don't know, the magazines that you write, do they have that set already where you can just click and it goes to Facebook, click and it goes to Twitter? Or you actually have to take the link of the page and put it...
I don't know that they're online magazines. You
Okay.
actually get a hard copy
Oh, okay.
magazine.
But you have the document.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you use it on WordPress as a blog and then put it on your Twitter and on your Facebook?
You know, I had that same idea after I left this class 2 nights ago.
That's awesome, isn't it? No, seriously, it's just like
Seriously,
this
I
is great
did.
content that you already have done. All what you have to do is copy and paste.
Yeah, no, I already, when I left class the other
You
night,
had
I
that idea.
said, gee, I have this whole column of
That's awesome.
articles.
That's awesome.
So in that example, he would put his article there, but he would put a caption on top,
Yes, he would put a title on the blog.
a title, then he presents that article, and then he's looking for comments afterwards?
Yes. And what he does before he wrote about neck pain, for example. And I'm giving you like a little tip how to get people to see it. Go and Google neck pains and see what people are looking for, or what words people are using, or who's appearing up. And use those words or this long tail keywords, what is the wording that they use, and use it as your title. So you're already ranking on Google.
Keywords are always bolded, right? No.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Now, would I want to use the magazine's names as keywords as well,
Why?
so people would,
Why?
huh?
Why? You want
Because that's
them.
where the article is actually.
It doesn't
published.
matter, but you want to bring them to your business. Are you paid for these articles?
Yeah.
Can you put them on your own blog? It depends on
Yeah.
your contract
They're-
with
No,
them.
they're my articles. Yeah.
Put it. You don't need to. You can say that on the signature, you can put editor at the name of the magazine.
Okay.
You can do that.
Well, I wasn't worried about conflict of interest or stepping on their toes because I'm the author of the article, but it's the kind of thing where you said put as many keywords.
Yes.
So if this article is on my blog and.
But if the magazine is not online,
Okay.
what would it mean anything, for example, to me to see the name of that magazine?
Right, I see what
It
you're
won't. Use
Online.
keywords to your best of your usage.
It may be impressive though. I mean, if somebody knows that he's also writing.
Well, he can write it in his signature.
Yeah.
Editor at,
Sports-
you know what I mean?
Sport
Yeah.
Or you can say this article appeared on whatever. Like I write for Technorati, okay? And I have my column Technorati. If I take that blog and put it on my personal blog, I say first appeared on Technorati and I put a link, but it's online.
Sure.
You know, but when people see that I write for Technorati, it gives it a little bit of more credibility. 6 rules for blog content. Answer industry questions, meaning again, listen for whatever your clientele will be asking for. Pull some of the questions that your clients ask you on a daily basis and write about it. Comment on industry news. So if you read a blog about real estate and you find something interesting, go there and comment on that blog because it will have a link to your site or to your own blog. And this way, all the time it's about more people seeing your content.
How does that create a link?
Because you have to actually sign in to be able to leave a comment.
Oh,
And that creates a link to your website. Some will let you put your website, and some your username will link to your website.
okay.
That's how it works, yes. So it's great. I mean, these are little tools that we can all use that will just make you very popular. People will see your comments. Encourage people to comment on you because, for example, at the end of the blog say, I would love to know what you're thinking about that, or why, I would love to hear your comments, or why won't you share your comments with me? You know what I mean? Invite, again, put a call of action. People will not know what to do unless you ask them to do something specifically. Publish regularly, use keywords in title and content. Best practices for blogging. Again, write, you don't have to be Shakespeare. You are a human being and people need to see you that way. Respond to all comments, including the negative ones. We talked about that the last time. Content is king. Be consistent, comment on others, and don't push your products or self-advertise yourself in the blogs. It's all about answering and helping people.